In this session, we'll discuss project monitoring and control, end value analysis. So, how end value analysis is useful to test whether we are working as per the schedule or not. The end value analysis is useful to inspect the project schedule at any time, whether we are working as per the proposed plan or not. And it is also useful to perform end value statistics, whether the activities are going on and finishing by the given deadlines or not, according to the schedule, project schedule that is given at the time of development. What is a end value? Is a measure of progress. It's a measure of progress. Progress of what? Progress of project products or tasks. End value analysis is useful to measure the progress of all the project products or tasks that are part of project development, and enables to assess the percent of completeness. Enables whom? The various project managers and developers. It enables the managers, developers, and the various other people who are involving in the development how much percentage of project is completed and whether we are following according to the schedule or not. So that we end value analysis ensures and project using quantitative analysis rather than rely on a gut feeling. Quantitative analysis. So it is also inspecting in terms of quantitative analysis. That is nothing but determining the quality, the various quality standards that are defined during the problem definition, and various performance issues that are defined in project scope. Step 1, the various quality standards and process performance objectives are defined in project scope, and identifying the project objectives. Step 1 of software project development, whether we are achieving the defined quality or not. At the same time, the performance. So what do you mean performance? Whether the finished tasks are giving the outputs, the desired outputs of the end user within the specified time or not, that we are analyzing. Quantitative analysis. The end value analysis enables the project managers, developers, and various other people who are involved development assess the percent of completeness, how much percentage is completed of a project, using determining the quality and performance issues during project development. Also provides accurate and reliable readings of performance. So here we are focusing on reliability. So when this reliability measurement starts, accurate and reliable readings of performance from as early as 15% into the project. So once the project development starts, after completion of the 15% of the work, will start the measuring the reliability of the project products and the project tasks. So what do you mean reliability? The probability of failure-free operation of a particular task. The probability of failure-free operation of a particular task are various project tasks. So how far the developed work products or project tasks are supporting the further project task development is what called reliability. Whether the existing things are supporting the future things or not, that it is determining. End value analysis determining reliability. So end value analysis is useful to measure the progress of all the project products and tasks, and enables managers and developers how much percentage of work is completed by the given deadline. Also determines the quality and the various performance issues. Also determines the reliability of the finished task and how far these are supporting the future changes and future things. So that is the use of end value analysis. So these are the various terms are used in end value analysis. So these are estimated. BCWS, BAC, BCWP, ACWP, SPI, SV, CPI, and CB are estimated in the project schedule from top to bottom. From top to bottom. So at the top level, we are having the problem description. This problem is furtherly divided into modules, modules into submodules, and so on until finding the lower level elements called objects. So what do you mean an object? Object is a real world entity. We are trying to finding the various real world entities and implementing the real world entities and their scheduled times and cost is estimating in EVA. So this is furtherly divided into or showing in terms of project schedule. So like this way, the project schedule is defined, scheduling of activities or tasks, task 1 to task n, and the work is scheduled from week 1 to week n, depends on the project type. And this is furtherly divided into for every task or project activity. For every task and project activity, we'll calculate these are the different parameters in end value analysis statistics. So BCWS is budgeted cost of work scheduled. Budgeted cost of work scheduled. So for the given schedule, what is the budget is allotted that we are measuring in terms of BCWS, and budget at completion. So in order to finish the whole project prior to development, will estimate the budget. So prior estimation of the budget at completion to finish prior to development, that is this BCW, budgeted cost of work performed. So these are scheduled. Among these scheduled activities, how many are finished as per the deadline? This is the of scheduled. This is performed, means completed. Among the scheduled, how many are completed? So using this, we'll calculate for the whole project and their modules and their submodules and so on. So the various levels of elements, and then ACWP, actual cost of work performed. So this is for, these are for scheduled, and after commitment will start the work, the implementation of the project from day 1 to day n. So during the development, at any moment, a EVA is used to inspect the project, whether the project is going on as per the schedule or not, and what is the actual cost that we are spending. So this is scheduled, and this is completed work tasks, and this is actual implementation. Is there any variation among these two that we are estimating using end value analysis? So that is, so this is performed on the schedule. Next, schedule performance index, schedule variance. So using the previous BCWS, BAC, BCWP, ACWP, will calculate schedule performance index. That is, what is the current status of the project? How many are scheduled in week 1, week 2, and so on? How many are finished? That we are calculating in SPI and SV. Then cost performance index. So what is the cost is applied till today, and is there any variance among the cost, that is, between this and this and this, will calculate. So these are calculated for every task, every project task or activity. So these are the various technologies are used in EVA. So we'll see the problem how these are used to estimate the end value analysis of every project task, every module, every submodule, and finally for the problem. So budgeted cost of work schedule is determined for each work task represented in the schedule. BCW is determining the for each work task represented in the schedule from top to bottom. BCWSI is the effort planned for work task I. For task I only, how many tasks? N tasks are given. So here BCWS is calculating the budget allotted for one task only. Like this way, how many tasks are defined for all the tasks? The individual budget is defined, that we are calculating in terms of budgeted cost of work scheduled to determine the progress at a given point, that is at review time. At review time, to determine the progress along the project schedule, the value of BCWS is the sum of the BCWS I values for all work tasks that should have been completed by that point in time on the project schedule. So here we are summing all the BCWS of all the tasks that are completed by the given deadline time. So that we are estimating. So here for every task we are estimating BCWS for every task, at the same time for every submodule, and also for modules, and also for final problem. So what do you mean submodules? The various further subtasks. So whenever you integrate all the budgets of all the subtasks, you will get submodule. Whenever you integrate all the budget cost of all these modules, you will get its parent module. Whenever you integrate all this, you will get its parent module that we are. So here for every task some budget is allotted. Whenever we integrate one task with another task, it will give its parent task information. So both we are calculating. For module we have BCWS. That BCWS is divided into submodules 1 to submodule n. Again for submodule 1 is having its own budget. So like this way we'll calculate BCWS for every task and their parent task, also for grandparent task, and so on. Next, budgeted completion. The BCWS values for all work tasks are summed to derive the budgeted completion called back. The BCWS values for all work tasks. So what do you mean work tasks? The tasks that are finished by the review time. The tasks that are finished by the review time. So summing or adding all these work tasks, BCWS will give BAC. That is a BAC equal to summation of BCWS K for all tasks K. So here K value varies from 1 to n. K equal to 1 to n. Adding all the work tasks BCWS will give the budgeted completion. Then, so that is this. So from bottom to top. So for all tasks, it's a part of schedule. So integrating all the tasks, you will get the higher level elements budget. Then budgeted cost of work performed. So how many are scheduled? How many are finished in the schedule as per the deadline? So for the finished work products. So that is for your understanding sake. Finished work product. So for this is one of the work product. This is one of the sub work product. So like this way, for every work product, we will estimate the budgeted cost of work performed. The value of BCWP is computed using BCWS only. So how we are solving the problem? The given problem is divided into various module into submodules. So how will you get the module budget cost? How will you get the budget cost of work performed for module? Whenever you integrate all the lower level elements called submodules. So every submodule is having its own budget. Every submodule is having its own budget. Whenever you integrate this, you will get this. So this is estimated for the tasks which are completed, not planned. The tasks which are completed, work performed tasks. So that is the sum of the BCWS values of all work tasks that have actually been completed by a point in time on the project schedule. So at the time of review, how many tasks are finished according to the schedule? For that work products only will calculate the budgeted cost of work performed. So that we will get by adding all the BCWS values of the sub-level elements. So BCWS represents the budget of the activities that were planned to be completed. BCWP represents the budget of the activities that actually were completed in the schedule. This is for schedule. This is for completed in the schedule. So there is a difference between BCWS and BCWP. So anyhow, BCWP is calculated using BCWS only because these are scheduled. This is finished. So like this, for every lower level elements to higher level elements will calculate BCWP, the tasks that are finished. Next, using the BCWS, BAC and BCWP, the other important progress indicators can be computed. That is a schedule performance index or indicator. Schedule performance index or indicator equal to BCWP divided by BCWS. So that is the tasks that are completed divided by the budget of the task completed divided by the budget allotted for the scheduled. That will give schedule performance index or indicator. Then schedule variance. Is there any variance among these two? So BCWP minus BCWS. So if the variance is more, we'll focus or will pay more attention on these tasks. If variance is low, will continue the project. SPI is an indication of the efficiency with which the project is utilizing scheduled resources. So it ensures the efficiency of the scheduled resources. Scheduled performance index or indicator. Then the other parameters, person scheduled for completion. Person scheduled for completion. According to the schedule, how much percentage is scheduled? BCWS divided by BAC. The budget schedule for allotted for the scheduled tasks divided by the budget at completion. So this is for prior estimate, prior development, estimation of prior development. So provides an indication of the percentage of work that have been completed by review time T, percent scheduled completion, and percent complete, how much work is completed, equal to BCWP, the budgeted cost of completed tasks divided by the budgeted completion, that is prior to development. The estimation of prior to development will give percentage of completion of the project products. Provides a quantitative indication of the percent of completeness of the project at a given point in time t, review time, at review time t. Then actual cost of work performed, actual cost of work that is rather than the planned, what is the implemented cost, that is spending cost. ACWP is the sum of the effort actually expended on work tasks that have been completed by a point in time on the project schedule. So this is the cost, actual cost that we applied on the completed task planned rather than the planned. So it is then possible to compute. Using this, we can calculate cost performance index or indicator, CPI, equal to BCWP divided by ACWP. So budgeted cost work performed. So in order to finish the project prior to development, what is the budget allotted divided by the budget utilized or spent on the actual development. So we'll give cost performance index or cost performance indicator. Then variance, cost variance. Is there any difference between these two? If the difference is more, we'll pay more attention. If it is low, we'll continue the project. So cost variance is calculated using BCWP minus ACW. Budgeted cost allotted for work products and actual cost implemented for the work products. So like this way, we'll calculate the various end value parameters in the project development. So using this, we'll try to solve a problem. So this is the problem is given. Assume you are a software project manager and that you have been asked to compute end value statistics for a small software project. The project has 56 planned work tasks, 56 planned work tasks that are estimated to require 582 person days to complete. So to finish the 56 planned work tasks, 582 person days are required. Effort is defined for the whole tasks. At the time that you have been asked to do the end value analysis, that is the review time. At the time of review, 12 tasks have been completed. So these review timings are also scheduled in the project schedule, also given, called FTR, formal technical reviews. At the time of review 1, 12 tasks have been completed. However, the project schedule indicates that 15 tasks should have been completed. So at the time of review, among the 56 planned work tasks, we have to finish 15 tasks, but we identified that only 12 tasks are finished. Only 12 tasks are finished. Actually, we have to finish 15 tasks by the review time, but 12 tasks only finished. So how many tasks are delayed? 3 tasks. 3 tasks are delayed. So now we are performing end value analysis on this project. So the following scheduling data in percentage are available. So the various tasks. So we have given 56 planned work tasks. Among the 56 planned work tasks, 15 tasks have to finish by the review time. 15 tasks and their planned effort. The number of days are required to finish each task. The planned effort is given and the actual effort that we utilized. So if you take task 1 is planned 12 percentage are defined, but actually it takes 12.5% days. The same way task 2 actually planned 15% days, but it took 11 days. So it finished earlier than the planned. So here it is advantage, but here it took a half more day extra. So if you take this task 3, it is planned we need to finish by 13% days, but it took 7 days. So it takes 4 more days extra. So like this way you need to understand for all these planned effort and actual effort for all the tasks. So among 56 planned work tasks, 15 has to finish by the review time, but we identified only 12 tasks are completed. So we'll see how to find the end value analysis statistics for this project. So the solution, so what is given? 15 tasks and their planned effort and the actual effort implemented. So at the time of review, you have been asked to do the end value analysis. 12 tasks have been completed. 12 tasks have been completed, but the project schedule indicates 15 tasks has to finish. So what is the budget allotted for this 15 tasks? This is, so we need to calculate the BCWS, BCWP, BAC, ACWP, SPI, SP, and so on, the all end value analysis statistics. So we'll see one by one. So what is the budget allotted for 15 tasks? At the time of review, we have to finish 15 tasks. What is the budget allotted? So adding all this. What is this BCWS of task 1, BCWS of task 2, BCWS of task 3, and so on? What is this BCWP? BCWP of task 1, BCWP of task 2, BCWP of task 3. So this is scheduled, this is performed. So in order to finish the 15 tasks, this much effort is required. So what is the total effort? Budget at completion. What is that? To finish the 15 tasks, the budget is allotted 156.5% days are required to finish. This is planned. But at the time of review, how many are finished? 12 tasks only finished. 12 tasks only finished. So how much time, how much planned, how much effort is planned for 12 tasks? How much effort is planned for 12 tasks? Adding all these up to 12. Up to 12. So that is this. So what it is BCWS? 126.5% days. So in order to finish the 15 tasks, 156.5% days are required, are allotted. So to finish 12 tasks, 126.5% days are allotted. But actually, how many are finished? 12 tasks. So 12 are successfully completed. BCWP. BCWP. 12 tasks are completed at the time of review. So what is the time it is taking? 127.5% days. But how much is planned? 126.5% days. So what is the difference between these two? 1 day. So don't worry. So we'll continue the process. So how many tasks are delayed? 3 tasks, 13 tasks, 14 tasks, and 15 tasks are not completed according to the schedule. So we need to calculate the remaining parameters using these three: BCWP, BCWS, and BAC. Using these three, we have to calculate the remaining parameters. Schedule, performance, indicator or index is calculated using BCWP. So the budgeted cost of work performed of the completed task divided by budgeted cost of work scheduled task. 127.5 divided by 126.5, that is 1.008 percentage. Schedule performance indicator. So we can continue. This is not the problem. So if it is greater than about 10, something like that, we have to pay more attention. Then schedule variance. So I will calculate schedule variance, BCWP minus BCWS. So what is that? 1% day. So this is also negligible according to the project type: large scale, medium scale, and small scale. So if it is small scale, we'll pay more attention. If it is large scale, don't worry, we'll continue. Later we will overcome this. Then percent completed. How much percentage is completed? BCWP divided by BAC. So BCWP divided by BSc. 81% work is finished at the time of review. Actually 15 tasks are planned, but 12 tasks are finished. That is 81 percentage of the work is completed. So like this way we have to calculate the remaining parameters. So what are the remaining parameters? ACWP, CPI and CV. So in order to calculate CPI and CV, we need actual past work performed. So if it is given, then only it is possible. We'll see that in the next session. In order to calculate CPI and CV, we need ACWP. But in this problem, ACWP is not given. We'll see that in the next problem. So like this way, we need to calculate the other end value data in the similar way. End value analysis statistics during project development.